here with Concordia head track and field coach Matt Beisel after the very first meet of the new season. It's been a long time too. How satisfied were you with just how things came together to have this meet? Not quite the normal circumstances, but I think everyone was thankful to be able to get back here and compete again.
I I'm just thankful we had it. I cannot stop thinking about tens of thousands of NCAA and NAIA athletes who haven't had a season, haven't had anything since February, and it's not lost on me that this is a special thing. It's a special privilege. It's a blessing. It's something I've been praying to God about for a long time. So that right there is, this whole thing is a yes answer to a lot of prayers. It's not been easy to get it to happen, but we've had a lot of support from the administration, and we couldn't have done it without them. So I think that's a big thing. Our kids, I'm just happy for them. I'm just really happy. Even the distance kids, a lot of them are middle distance runners. This is their thing, and they got to do that today. The sprinters, the hurdlers, the multis, the jumps, the throws, vaulters. These guys have been working for so long and finally get a little bit of closure or a little bit of satisfaction out of it. So I'm gonna have a smile on my face, as tired as I am for quite a while. So yeah.
I guess soon we'll figure out exactly how many official national marks were put on the board, but I know there were a number of good performances. How pleased were you with seeing that? A lot of people, despite a layoff, were able to come back and do some good things today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's, again, I love the fact that we can come to a pre-Christmas meet like we did last year and walk away with a number of auto marks as well as a number of B standard qualifying marks in multiple events in different areas, and that's what happened today and yesterday. And so I'm pleased with it. I mean, again, I'm in a culture here, my coaching staff, me, and these athletes who are never really content or satisfied. So we can always, I can always be like, oh, there could have been a little more, and I know the kids do. But that said, we had some really big performances today.
How about just a little bit on Coach Ernie? I know there was a little bit of a send-off, maybe, I guess you could call it, right after the meet, but it's an emotional thing for people to see him go.
Coach Ernie has been a blessing to this program. He has transformed our horizontal jumps program. He has helped set school records, make All-Americans, and he's developed athletes in a phenomenal way. The guy has spent these years studying how to get the most out of his kids, and he's so good at what he does. And so his wife took a position she couldn't refuse closer to family up in Wisconsin, and so this was his last time with us, and then they'll leave after that. Very thankful to Wayne and to his family for being here and serving our athletes, our staff, and our school the way that he did for 3.5 years. We're very, very grateful. And the cool thing is we had our number one candidate, who I'm not going to mention now because it's not all published, but we had a phenomenal candidate who said yes and signed a contract yesterday, and they'll be in place January 4th to continue the awesome work that Coach Ernie has done.
What is your message to the team about, I mean, they deserve to enjoy a little break and maybe some time with family too for Christmas, but what's the message about what they need to do to be prepared after New Year's?
Well, I don't know what the other coaches are saying, but as competitive as they are, I imagine it's very similar to what I said back in the corner over there with all my 50 distance and middle distance runners that I coach. We got some good things to happen today. We also had some disappointments, but not awful. And the conference cross-country season didn't go the way any of us wanted to. We had just some unfortunate things happen that prevented us from being our best as a team. And so that's still a little raw, because I understand that in the big picture things, God's got a plan, but it drives me. I told them when I was talking to them that when I'm frustrated with performance, when I'm frustrated with how things went with myself, it drives me harder. And I know these kids were all nodding when I was saying that because they feel the same way. So over the next 5 weeks until they come back, I'm going to be spending a lot of time thinking and planning and putting together workouts that are going to prepare them to get some really hard, good work in, smart work, but also very challenging, so that when they get back here, they are going to be ready to roll for the rest of the indoor season, and then be able to take whatever they didn't get today and make it happen. And so that's something I think my whole crew and I feel very strongly about, and I'm excited. They just have to get the work done, and we have a great strengths coach who's given us those workouts, and then all the other things. So I'm very optimistic. These kids are hungry and they want it, and I know in all the event areas that same mentality is definitely there.